Yes, the Ugandan team looks to have seen that the USA is weak and they are playing there anything they wish to play, because they are not playing according to what. Because when I hear from the coaches, I hear them shouting at them all the time, play, play, play. No, I think they are not doing what has been told to do. So actually, if we are to play like that when playing South Africa, we are a gone case.
Oh, well, the attitude also does get to matter when it comes to some of these professional sports. Hopefully it is something that is only happening in the first game, if you're going to look at it in the Ugandan perspective. And yes, Wilberforce, as we've gotten to point this out, there are so many people who are watching this sport for the first time down here in Uganda. So maybe, seeing as you are from a technical point of view, we'll definitely appreciate it if you can get to explain some of the technical issues that might be going on here. See how many more people we can get to recruit into, well, netball support.
Yes, on the technical bit of it, netball is a game with various rules. Actually, I think it is the game with the most rules I've ever known. Because during my childhood, I used to play soccer, basketball, but netball has a lot of rules. First and foremost, distance is paramount. 2, it's a no-contact game. You have to let people, that's a contest. What you're seeing between the goal attack and the goal defender was a contest, not a contact. It's a no-contact game.
So contest is allowed, contact not allowed?
Not allowed.
All right.
2, it's a distance game. Whenever you're defending, you have to be 3 feet away, 3 feet away from the player with the ball.
All right.
3, you don't have to stay with that ball for more than 3 seconds. 3 seconds, that's a foul.
All right.
If you stay with the ball 3 seconds, that's a foul. Lastly, the netball game, there are steps, footwork, the landing foot. Any of it is not regrounded until you pass that ball. The ball is not in your hands.
All right, a few basics coming in from Coach Wilberforce here at Makerere University, where we're having the World University Netball Championships 3rd edition, the second time these are getting to come.
So as we were interacting, the coach told us and the other players that actually they are here to learn. Since they are here to learn, that means they want to know more about the game, and the rest is exposure. So if they are exposed, if they play this tournament and the coming one, now they know the rules and regulations, and now they are going to put skill and technique into what they are doing.
All right, great stuff getting to happen for them. Back onto the court for our second quarter, which of course is one that the Ugandans will look to fight complacency. It's easier to be complacent than not in such a game.
Yeah, in such games people tend to lose concentration actually, since they undermine their opponents. But at the moment, I think Uganda should just get more composed. And a bigger margin is the best, because even though we draw with South Africa, goal difference will apply.
All right.
So we need a margin of more than 100 at least to keep the pace on the South Africans.
All right.
Yes.
All of that still coming to you live on Urban Television. Desire Derek Ford Mogomisa is my name. A quick reminder that we are live on Urban Television, not just the TV station, but also on YouTube. So if you know of someone out there that would want to get to catch this action but cannot access Urban Television on any of our digital platforms, well, get to share that with them, that they can actually get to catch us on the Urban Television Uganda YouTube channel. We are streaming live.
I see the defenders marking here. Adunia Florence is so tight. She's doing it her way. Though Uno is also not doing bad, and she has landed outside. The umpire has called for a penalty up against Uganda.
And the penalty is missed, just like so many other shots that have been made by the USA
Now look
today.
at that attack from Adunia to Betty to Sharifa.
And in the circle already?
Yes, and already in the circle, and the goal is scored.
So easy, isn't it?
It looks easy on paper, but on court.
Never that easy. Never that easy. Well,
easier said than done.
Well,
That's
maybe
another
we
shot
shouldn't.
from Ayaru.
Yes, Ayaru is having a field day today. Maybe shouldn't discredit Uganda at all. They are also putting in the work to make it look so easy. Maybe it's not as easy as it looks. At least that's what Coach Wilberforce is telling us here.
Yes, according to how these people are playing, they have done this along. And the other thing is that they have trained, actually. They have trained. Wow, we have an injury here. An injury. Sharifa is down.
That looks like Sharifa Narunkuma, the goal shooter.
She looks to be in pain. Sharifa from Kampala City Council, actually. That's her club.
All right.
Yeah, she's
looks
playing
like
for
she's
KCCA.
chosen to walk it off. Let's see how much she can get to hold on. Many a time you don't want to be getting to take those risks on day one of the tournament. When you are playing what is on paper your weakest opponent yet, you could as well just take the rest and be sure that you will be up for the run when you come against teams such as Singapore and Kenya, who gave us quite the game in the last one. And South Africa, of course, is one you cannot go without mentioning.
Yeah, the best game of the day was up against Singapore and Kenya. Actually, it was by a difference of one.
37-36, right? Yeah. Or was it
37-36.
37-36, yes. In favor
no,
of
39-38.
39-38?
39-38.
That is in favor of Singapore.
Yes. Kenya just lost it. They got the chance to. They stole the first center pass of Singapore. When the game was by 9, actually, Kenya pulled it back to by 1. They got the chance and they squandered the chance, actually. Their center just passed the ball anyhowly, and it ended into the arms of the goalkeeper for Singapore, and they blasted the chance up.
Well, that is just how crucial it can get to be. Let this not be a benchmark for what netball is all about. It is 32 Uganda, 4 USA live at the Makerere Netball Stadium, if we can call it that. All new right here in Kampala.
Ayaru is just enjoying.
She's definitely having a good time. This will be the kind of thing she wanted to start
I can
with.
see that marking.
It is all Uganda at the moment. This is the USA trying to get to attack. It's getting a little physical. More so in the defense third as far as Uganda is concerned.
It is the goal attack, US goal attack called Uno is so physical, because when you take a look at her physique, actually she's a giant. She's
the biggest player on the court at the moment, I think.
Yes, and that's why most of the times she makes fouls, actually not because she wants, but because of her size.
As compared to the other girls.
Yes. And the Ayaru is just enjoying the day, actually. She's passing from the goal third to another goal third takes not more than 1 minute, actually. Just seconds, actually.
Yeah, true. You earlier mentioned that this was not the Ugandan side on paper, at least for you. What are the other options that are on the bench so far that could even make this team stronger, you think?
Yes, and now when you take a look at the way the people are playing, if you bring in Nuba, Mary Nuba, she's the tallest, I think, in this tournament. Actually, she's 6 feet and above. So a lady being 6 feet with the rest there, you can see a very big difference. Now here we tend to pass around, but when Nuba is in, that means from the D to Mary, from the D to Mary, it's just as quick as...
It's just one or two passes and you are in the goal attack.
Yes, you're in the goal third.
Sorry, the goal third.
Yes.
Wow, all of that happening for the Ugandans so far. They will be happy with the score, not necessarily the performance, because, well, they don't look to be quite as tasted as they would want to be, the Ugandans. The USA attempting another attack, but, well, a foul committed.
Yes, a foul is being committed because it's a contact. As we said, it is a no-contact game. That means you have to bypass this other player and you steal that ball. So if you're not fast all the time, you have to knock this person, which makes it a contact. And actually, in my own observation, we are not playing to our best. Reason being, that score is big. That score is big.
So
at this moment,
not good enough.
At this moment, it should be 38. It should be 38-1. To me personally, look at the chances we are squandering in there.
It looks that the complacency cannot be ignored. But hey, more of this can be heard about every week, Thursdays at 7 p.m. on Urban Television, because that is when we get to have Sportswoman airing for you on Urban Television. Sportswoman with Faith Kiai and Flavia Okecho, to mention but a few, coming your way every Thursday at 7 p.m. and it is all about women in sport and the news and updates getting to come up in there. So maybe, just maybe, you should get to tune in this Thursday or any other Thursday, and you will get to have news on such stars on the court and many more.
Yeah, the umpire has called for timeout. I don't know what's going on.
A little bit of communication between two U.S. players. I'm not so sure what's happening there. Maybe one refusing to be substituted or something?
No, it was I think some communication gap, and she's not feeling fine actually, because according to how you see her on the bench, she's in a lot of pain, and
all right.
In the game they say safety first.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And the tags will be changed. Looks like
they are bibs actually.
The bibs will be changed, and we'll get to have a new player at center. Will that be a goal?
It's a penalty shot.
And converted.
And in it is.
7 goals. They've scored more goals already than they did versus South Africa.
They have scored more goals in 2 quarters, more than they did in the first full game.
Quite something right there.
Yes, Irene Yaru has done the miracle, and the goal is in. Back to the center. Ball stolen by Uganda, and look at that cutback. Look at that cutback.
All right, Irene Yaru will not be taking that one. We shall be getting it restarted.
Yes, look at that cut.
Wow, miss.
What a miss by Sharifa. Today she's not at her best. Today she's not at her best. Reason being, she's one of the goal shooters that I've ever known in Uganda. She plays for Kampala City Council, and she's a student at Uganda Christian University, Mukono.
Here in Uganda.
Yes, that's Irene Yaru, also of Kampala Capital City Authority, and from Kampala University actually.
A very assured shooter Yaru is proving to be.
She's a reliable one.
The Americans getting to gain a little bit more confidence. They're trying to express themselves a little bit better.
And there they go with another shot.
Uganda out the restart. Second pass, third pass into the goal circle. Irene Yaru with another goal.
Yeah,
this 43-7 of Uganda.
There was a substitution by USA. Gao went in on Widi, and Odwea changed to center because of the injury that we saw earlier.
All right, so that is Odwea now at center. And Gao getting to move to wing defense. Quite the change.
America is trying all the ways possible, and that was a dunk. That was what we call a layup actually. Yes. And they are proving to being more confident at the moment.
Yes,
they have tried to up their game, and the game is up because, as you see, I think they have more goals in two quarters than they had in their entire game against South Africa.
They've definitely grown into the game. Whether Uganda getting not to play at full capacity is anything to go by, or all credit going to the US being the reason for this, is something that we can get to look into later. For now, it is a USA side that is playing better than they did in their first game versus South Africa, where they lost
117-5.
Yeah. It was
that was
bad.
Serious thumping actually. It wasn't